We're going to be talking with Tim Gordon today. He is director of the Lightreel Festival. Tim, it's good to see you again.
It's
This is
good to see
our
you as well, Brenda.
this is our go-to person when we want to know about film. He's been a film reviewer, critic. He's been involved in film festivals for many years, and he is now in the midst of the fifth annual Light Reel Festival. Tell us a little bit about that festival, Tim. And it's going on right
Yeah.
now.
It's going on. We're literally having it right now. So the fifth annual Lightreel Film Festival started on Wednesday night. It ends tomorrow night. So we're over in Northeast DC at Union Market District. 72 films from 13 different countries. I've been meeting filmmakers all week that have flown in domestically, internationally, here in support of our festival here in the nation's capital. We've got beautiful weather. The Union Market District is very cosmopolitan. There's plenty to eat. There's plenty of fun. Parties tonight and tomorrow night. Films all day. We have panels going on here at our host hotel at the Washington Marriott Capitol Hill. The films are all playing over at the Angelica Pop-Up Theater at Union Market. So there's a lot of stuff going on in both locations over the course of the next 48 hours.
I've seen the Angelica Theater over there, so I'm glad to know that's where it is. Can people still go over and sign up or go online to sign up if they want to get tickets or any
Brenda,
way that they can get over there to see it?
You too, Brenda. You can go online at lightreelfilm.com. We have festival passes and tickets that are available. There are really a lot of good films. We have a James Brown doc coming up a little later on. We're celebrating the 35th anniversary of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. So that'll be tonight. And then we'll end it off with cocktails and cinema here at the hotel. So that's going to be hot. And then tomorrow, as I said, the closing night film is going to be Thelma, which is Richard Roundtree's final film. So we're really looking forward to that film, as well as some of the other spotlights and gala films that the festival has.
I'm glad to hear that you're acknowledging the anniversary of Do the Right Thing. I know Spike from the real school days in the Atlanta University Center when we were both in school down in that area together, him at Morehouse and me at Spelman. So that's a significant film, a very significant film. And I'm glad that to hear that you're going to be screening the last film of the great Richard Roundtree. This is wonderful. What's the title of that film? Do you know that?
The film is Thelma, and ironically, I saw it out at Sundance a couple of months ago. It's a geriatric action film, if that makes any sense, about a woman who is built out of $10,000, and the only person that she knows that has a scooter that can get around is the character played by Richard Roundtree, and the two of them team up to help her find out and take revenge on the people who stole her money. And Richard Roundtree, I must admit, gives a really tender, warm performance in this film. And I can't wait for audiences to get an opportunity to experience that film, but more specifically, his last work at our festival.
Well, one of the things that I've learned through you and going to some of the workshops at film festivals that you've been involved in is there are different types of film festivals. Right. You know, people are hearing about Sundance, which you just alluded to, and Tribeca, I believe, is going on right now.
Yep.
Talk about the special uniqueness of the Lightreel Film Festival and how it works.
Very good question, Brenda. I think I tell people all the time that film festivals always take on the personality of the person that creates it, right? And I came into, this is our fifth year, so I come into this space with almost 30 years of having knowledge as a film critic. So I see film in a way that really appeals to me. And I have designed a festival that's the type of festival that's a snippet, a piece of TIFF, a piece of Sundance, a piece of this festival, a piece of that festival. And I try to look at the area as a Washingtonian. I'm not actually from here, but I've lived here for 40 years, so I understand the community and the sensibilities. And we took all that into account to design the festival experience here. Now, the thing that's interesting about Lightreel is that I knew that we wanted to create a platform for independent filmmakers, but we also wanted to have people come in with films like a Thelma, or last night we screened Dandelion. So you have studio films that have opened and closed every festival. And we'll, like we talked about, do the right thing. So we may sprinkle in some films that people are familiar with, but it's really a platform for independent filmmakers, and specifically for filmmakers from Washington, D.C. So I want the festival to take on the personality that it becomes DC's film festival. And if you are a filmmaker, your film is always welcome at Lightreel. So the personality of our festival is we want a film festival that is a wonderful platform. Filmmakers are to have a takeaway. They not just premiere and screen their films here, but they come here. We have panels. We have a filmmaker happy hour where we put the filmmakers together. We want them to meet each other. And in the future, we'll probably have more pitch sessions, financing sessions, and things that help them get their movies more expanded into the audience. Right. So I really am very passionate, if you can tell. That's why I said that's a good question, Brenda, because I've been speaking to filmmakers here a lot about my vision for what I want this film festival to be.
Well, I want people to know that and consider that in terms of, we've got 2 more days of the film festival. And if you are someone that's interested in film, thinking that you want to make that trek to be a filmmaker, this is a learning opportunity. This is a professional development opportunity. So you need to go on and check this out. And I'm glad to hear that you say that you're trying to give exposure to filmmakers in the DC area. Oh, people absolutely. Don't realize, I don't know if people realize or not, how many films are actually shot in DC. The city is making some money off of some films being made.
We could be making more, Brenda. We could be making more.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, because I don't want people to think that whenever they see a scene that looks like it's from Washington, D.C. and it's the capital, that it's not a studio lot out in California.
It's not in Atlanta, or it's not in Toronto. But I also wanted to say, when you talked about having it being a learning opportunity, I just left downstairs as we were helping set up the panels, which just began. We brought in a 4-time Emmy award-winning, 3-time Peabody award-winning editor in Stephanie Philo. Brenda Gilbert, who is the co-founder of Braun Pictures. Her panel is going on right now. We have a makeup artist that we're bringing in who's a 2-time Emmy nominee. So when I meant it when I said that I wanted it, we want to represent not just Black excellence, but excellence in everything we do with this festival. And I'm always talking to the filmmakers, looking for ways that we can continue to enhance our programming, enhance the experience, and more. And we really need them to see the DC area. So next year, we're already partnered with Destination DC, but we want to create some tours so they can see the city and really feel the vibe of what Washington, DC is.
And I'm glad to hear you say that you're in partnership with Destination DC, because, we always want to draw folks into town, and Destination DC will appreciate that. And again, for our listeners, we've been talking to Tim Gordon, director of the Lightreel, that's REEL, Lightreel Film Festival that is going on in town right now. And you want to be there, or else you will be square forever. Okay, so you want to be there. Check out some wonderful films. The last film that Richard Roundtree made, one of our iconic actors, is on screen, and it sounds like his film Thelma is where he is once again the hero. And so we're happy about that as well. And thank you so much, Tim, for being with us today.
Always a pleasure.
And I want our listeners to keep this in mind. If you're not going this year, you need to put it on your calendar and think about it for next year, and go to the website to get the information. Thank you, Tim, and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. You guys enjoy your day.